How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ryan, and here's my passive income portfolio. We're going to continue on with the series of going over my pies here in M1 Finance. The last few videos covered, my consumer, my real estate finance, telecom, and healthcare. So if you're interested in those, then definitely jump over to those other videos and check out what I've got in those pies. If you watch those, you'll see some differences in my account. Some of those videos I was sitting at $6,400, $65. You see I've jumped up to $6,900, and that's not completely from capital gains. Obviously, market value has increased decently here. I'm up 9.12%, which is pretty good, and I hope to continue that through the future. If we jump over to activity, though, you'll see that I did a deposit of $200 and did another deposit of $100. And in my prior videos, I talked about doing $200 every other week. So every time I got paid, I'd put $200 into this account. But I decided to change that, and the reason I did is I'm contributing technically the same dollar amount, but I split it up. So now I'm doing $100 every week. So what that's going to do for me is that every week I'm going to hit that dollar cost averaging. So instead of it being spread out every 2 weeks and kind of having a bigger gap between times I deposit, it's going to be every week. Now it's going to be the same amount that I'm putting in. Obviously $200 in 2 weeks is the same as $100 every week. So basically what I'm going to be doing is doing that $100 every week just to kind of get that dollar cost averaging really into play and continue buying into these shares. I just put that $200 in because I had a little bit extra cash sitting around, and I felt like it probably doesn't make sense, but I felt like I was falling behind if I just reduced it to 100 without actually contributing that other 100 for this week. So putting that 200 in on top of the 100 for this week kind of just made me feel better about doing that, if that makes sense. Jumping over back to the portfolio, you'll see I'm up to 6,900 or 6911.03. Hopefully the next video that I do, I'll be up over at 7,000. Break that $7,000 mark. But if not, I'm not too concerned with it because this number is continue going up. Okay, and so with that being said, we can continue and look down here at my pies. Okay, I've covered consumer, real estate, finance, telecom, healthcare, and if you've watched my other videos, you'll see something different in the portfolio. I've added a tech sector to this. I didn't have this before, and I didn't have any tech stocks in my portfolio, but I decided to add them just because, obvious reasons. Some of the companies that I hold in here are just really doing really well, and I think that moving into the future, they're going to continue to do well and increase the dividends that they pay, or start to pay dividends. And I think there's a lot of money to be made in this sector, so I really want to get involved in it now. It's better late than never kind of thing. So anyway, in this video, I'm going to be covering the industrial sector and my energy sector. So if you want to see my next video covering my tech sector, then definitely hit that subscribe button down below and drop a like on this video so I know that you guys are still interested in this kind of stuff. So anyways, let's get to the industrial sector. So you can see I currently have $488.55 invested into this sector, and I'm up 9.37%. And here are the companies that I'm holding. These are my current allocations and my target allocations. The target is here in bold, and then where I'm actually at is in regular font. As you can see, I'm up almost 50% weighted into waste management, and that's because I owned waste management in my prior portfolio with Robinhood before I transferred it over. And just like in my previous videos, I've discussed how I'm really working on getting everything rebalanced to where these target allocations are on the money versus off by almost 30%. I've also added Raytheon Technologies, which I have not bought into at all just yet. I think within the next few deposits that'll start buying into that company with the amounts there. But I've got some big changes coming up with this portfolio and kind of things I'm moving around and altering things. So definitely subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so that you guys are up to date on what I'm doing. And then also drop a comment down below with what you're doing, because I'm really interested in this, and I really want to see what how other people are making money in their accounts. Okay. So anyway, Waste Management. I have $241.60 invested into Waste Management. Currently own 2.24 shares with an average price of $110.85. It's currently trading at 107.42. So if we jump over to Seeking Alpha, as I have in all the other ones, I already have Waste Management up for you guys, and here's the dividends for it. Okay, currently is a 2.04% dividend yield, annual payout at 2.18% or $2.18. Sorry, payout ratio is 60.34%. The dividend growth of 17 years, and also a really good growth rate is 6.45%, continually growing that dividend. Jumping down, Waste Management will pay almost 55 cents per share that you own every quarter. The previous payout date was June 19th, so quarter, fast forward 3 months, come September 19th, I should be getting another paycheck from Waste Management. So every quarter, with the 2.24 shares that I own and paying out 54 cents per share, I'll be receiving $1.23 from Waste Management every quarter. Now, obviously, that number is going to keep going up. I'm pretty sure that they're going to continue increasing their dividend, continuing, getting close. Another 8 years, they'll be a dividend aristocrat. This is a really solid company, and I can plan on continuing to buy more shares of this company and collecting those dividends. So, jumping back, 3M, ticker symbol MMM. I've currently got $79.93 invested here. I own almost half a share, 0.49 shares. Average price $151.73. It's trading at $160.40. Jumping over to Seeking Alpha, MMM. And as it loads up, we'll check out these dividends. Currently pays 3.69%, with an annual payout of $5.88. So every share that you own of 3M, you'll receive $5.88 annually. Payout ratio 72%. 5-year growth rate. So I want you guys to check these out. These are absolutely incredible. 10.99%. So it's growing this dividend almost 11% every year for the past 5 years on average. The dividend growth, 61 years. 3M is a dividend king. Any company that's increased their dividend consistently for the past 50 or more years is a dividend king. And so 61 years of dividend growth is absolutely insane. So jumping down, every share that you own of 3M, you get $1.47 per share. With my almost half a share that I own, I'll be receiving 72 cents every quarter, which I was paid out on June 12th. So, fast forward another 3 months in September, I'll receive another 72 cents, maybe over $1, depending on how much more money I put into this company. Just like I said, $100 every week is getting spread evenly across the portfolio based on the allocations that I set. And right now, the target for 3M is underweight, so more money is going to be dumped into this company as time goes on. Jumping into Caterpillar, CAT. I currently own $67.83 worth of Caterpillar, which equates to, again, almost half a share. These fractional shares really are such a great quality to have in a portfolio, because right now it's trading at $140. I wouldn't be able to be into this company until I literally doubled what I have invested into it. And right now, I'm already up 22% just on the half a share that I own. So I'm able to jump into the company a lot quicker than if I had to wait to be able to afford an entire share. As you can see, I bought in at 118.57 and it's currently up to 138. So we'll jump over to Seeking Alpha. Currently pays a 2.98% dividend yield annually. For every share that you own, you'll receive $4.12 per year. Payout ratio is 81.87%. This is creeping a little bit higher than where we want to see. I'd like to see it around 60. 50 to 60 would be really comfortable for me, but I'm not super concerned. 80%, 81% is still sustainable, especially for this company. Dividend growth rate 7.7% over a 5-year period, and for the past 3 years they've been able to grow their dividend. Their amount is a $1.03 per share every quarter, and the ex-dividend date, actually, what is today? Today is July 16th. So if you guys bought into this company right now, and you can theoretically put in a bunch of money to Caterpillar, hold it through the ex-dividend date, which is tomorrow, sell out, say, Monday on the 20th, and then you would still collect this dividend of however much money you put in. So that's kind of how the ex-dividend date works. So anyway, ex-dividend date is tomorrow, and I currently have half a share. So multiplying my half share times this, I'll receive just about 49 cents per dividend, 49 cents from Caterpillar on August 20th. And just likewise with the other companies that I'm owning in this portfolio, that number is going to keep growing, keep going up as I reinvest these dividends and continue to deposit money into this account. So our next company that we're going to jump into, Cummins, ticker symbol CMI. I've currently got $49.98 invested into Cummins. Average share price is $160.13. I own currently just over a quarter of a share, and it's trading at $183.69. And again, I'm up 20% on this one. So just like Caterpillar, I wouldn't be able to buy into this company until I had $184 to buy it. But with M1 Finance and the fractional shares, I'm able to jump in with just under $50. I paid $43.57 and I'm up to almost $50. So jumping over to Seeking Alpha, ticker symbol CMI for Cummins. And here we are. Average annual dividend yield is 2.89%. Annual payout of $5.24. Payout ratio 69.14%. 5-year growth 11.77%. This is a really good growth rate. I want to keep seeing this because that means I'm getting an 11.7% raise every year owning Cummins. Dividend growth is at 14 years, which is a really long time to continue growing that dividend, and I believe that they're going to continue that. So, owning Cummins with a payout of $1.31 per share every quarter, we'll be receiving, with my quarter of a share, I'll be receiving 1.31, 35 cents from Cummins on September 3rd. The ex-dividend date is August 20th, so we still have another month. They just declared their dividend a few days ago, so we have another month or so to jump into this stock to start securing this dividend. Right? So I could put in, say, $1,000 of this, buy 6, 7, 8 more shares, whatever that is, 7 more shares, and collect, 7 something odd dollars, 8 something, $9, $10, whatever it is, in the math in September just for jumping in right now and holding through that time. Like I said, I'll be collecting that payment of 35 cents on September 3rd of this year, and that number is going to continue growing up because I have another 4 deposits, another $400 going into the account before August 20th hits. So as of right now, it's 35 cents, but come August 20th, that number could be bumped up to 70 cents or $1 or whatever amount that I do have invested at that time. So jumping back, next next company is Union Pacific. Union Pacific at $49.25, up 10.46%. Cruising down again, I have just about a little bit over a quarter of a share, trading at $176.87, where I bought in at 161.07, and I'm currently up 10.49%. So heading back over to Seeking Alpha, UNP is the ticker symbol for Union Pacific. And check this out. We're currently at 2.22% dividend yield annually with a payout of $3.88. Payout ratio is $50.89%. Dividend growth 14.14%. Really love that. And dividend growth of 14 years. So this company is going to continue increasing this. I'm going to continue getting raises from this company, and I'm going to keep collecting these dividends. So current payout from Union Pacific is 97 cents per share quarterly. And so with my almost a quarter of a share times 0.97, I'll be getting just about 26 cents from this company on June 30th. I'm not sure if I held it before this, so I don't know if I collected that dividend or not. We can check once I get back into M1. But I know that moving forward, September 30th, or whenever their next payout date should be, I will be collecting a dividend from this company. That being said, it's going to be more than just the 26 cents because I continue to put money into this company, and my payout amount continues to increase, just like all of the other companies within my portfolio. Heading back. I wanted to check if I got the dividend from this. So there we go. So as of right now, I should be collecting 26, but I only collected 12 cents from them because of the amount I owned at the time they paid out. So as you can see, my next dividend from Union Pacific is going to be 26 cents or more, whereas my first one was only 12 cents. So, this is going to continue increasing. The amount I get paid each time is going to continue increasing. And that just goes to show, one, the compound interest going into effect in my portfolio, and also, the benefit of continuing to put more money into your account. So I want to continue that and continue seeing these dividends increase. So last one, I currently don't own any shares of this company, but I just recently decided to add it into here. So once we start putting more money into the industrial sector, just based on the allocations and all the math with that algorithm and everything, you'll be able to see how much more money I get put into this one. But we'll jump over to the information with it real quick on Seeking Alpha, but it's currently trading at 62.37, and this is kind of what M1 Finance is going to show you when you don't own any of it. Everything is just blank. There's really nothing to go off of other than the price, and I can jump into details for that company through M1, and then it's just kind of going to show you, it's got a $54.5 billion market cap, 13.11 PE ratio, and a 4.67% dividend yield. Tells you the sectors that it's in: stocks, electronic technology, aerospace and defense, and then kind of gives you a brief summary of the company. Then obviously the typical stock chart that comes on every stock analysis, and then just some news on it. So that's kind of what M1 will show if you're just kind of looking into a new company. Anyway, so let's get over to Seeking Alpha to check out Raytheon. Their ticker symbol is RTX. And so with the current dividend yield is 3.02%. So it's a little bit different than what M1 Finance is showing, but I kind of rely on Seeking Alpha because I tend to find that the information is actually pretty accurate. So as you can see, they're paying 3.02%, annual payout of $1.90, with a payout ratio of 59.51%. All of this checks out with stuff that I would love to own. 5-year growth rate, 4.49%. With that growth rate, again, I'm continuing to get raises with this company once I buy in. and a dividend growth of 26 years. So that's right, Raytheon Technologies is a dividend aristocrat, and I believe, for the next 20, 30, 50 years, this company is going to continue increasing that, so long as everything works out, and it's going to be a dividend king someday. So as we can all see here, pays out 47 cents per share. The ex-dividend date is August 13th. Payout date is September 10th. So it being July 17th right now, I'm going to be putting money into this, so I could very well be collecting a dividend from Raytheon on September 10th. So I really like jumping into Seeking Alpha to see these things, because then I can know that, like, hey, if I put money into this company right now or up until August 13th, I could start collecting this dividend from this company. And then, just like I said with Union Pacific, that's going to continue increasing, and it's going to keep growing, and I'll keep being able to buy more shares of this company just from the dividend that it's getting by itself. All right, so that kind of wraps up my industrial sector. You can see the changes and the allocations. I don't have any in Raytheon, but I want 20% there, 10% in Union Pacific, but I want it to be 15%, and so on and so forth, and obviously almost 50% with Waste Management when I want it to be 20%. So the more money I put in, they'll be able to increase these numbers here, which will lower the percentage of that and increase the percentages here. So we'll move back to my entire portfolio. And just like I said, the tech sector is in the next video, so you're going to have to subscribe to be able to check that out and see what's in that one. But with the energy sector, I only own 3 stocks in this company. It's NextEra Energy, ExxonMobil, and Chevron. I have $245.19 invested into the energy sector. And so with ExxonMobil and Chevron, they're really struggling right now. And you'll see that once I get into Seeking Alpha. But let's start with NextEra. NextEra, I have $128.29 invested, and I'm up 18.52%. I own almost half a share of NextEra, 0.47 shares, for a share price of $236.54, and it's trading at $268.38 right now. Ticker symbol is NEE, NEE for NextEra. So you'll see the dividend yield is 2.16%. Annual payout is $5.60. Payout ratio is 61.57%. 5-year growth rate 11.51%. And as you can see, they just became a dividend aristocrat, 25 years with the dividend growth. So I plan on continue buying this company. I really enjoy it. It's definitely my favorite energy stock, that's for sure. So doing the math here, I own 0.47 shares with an amount of 140. So times 140. 0.47 times 1.4. So if I held that amount of shares before June 1st, I would have collected 65 cents on June 15th. So just like all the other ones I said, minimum that I'll be collecting come September 15th will be at least 65 cents, probably more, because we're going to keep putting more money into this company along with the other ones involved in my energy sector. So jumping over to Chevron. Actually, ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil, I have $58.64 invested. Currently own 1.32 shares for an average share price of $44.60. It's trading at $44.28 right now. And as you can see, I have collected a dividend from them. Ticker symbol for ExxonMobil is XOM. And so we can check this out, okay? So dividend yield, 7.8%. Now that's getting a little bit higher, so that's something that you might want to be cautious about seeing this. And that's the reason, that if it's a higher dividend, the stock could, one, be undervalued, could be undervalued, which could be a good deal. However, it could also mean that people are selling out of it, lowering the share price. So you really want to make sure that you do your research to figure out why people are selling out of it. Current payout, $3.48 annually. Payout ratio, 130.58%. So they're paying out 30.58% more than they're bringing in. They need to bring on debt to be able to sustain that. So this company's kind of struggling right now. They need to increase their revenues and their profits so that they can continue that dividend. And honestly, I would not be surprised if a dividend suspension or a dividend cut comes here in the future. But I can also understand why they don't want to do that. If you check out over here, ExxonMobil's been increasing their dividend for the past 38 years. So, 1 year without that, and they lose their status as a dividend aristocrat. And that'll definitely put a hurting on the company. A lot of people buy into strictly dividend aristocrats just because it's generally a safer dividend, and it's been shown that it's a long-term play. So hopefully this company can flip things around. I believe in it. I think that oil is not going anywhere anytime soon. So they're going to continue to definitely be a factor in the market. So anyway, I own the 1.32 shares, and they pay out 87 cents per share. So we do the math there, and I will be collecting $1.14 on their next dividend payment. This one, as you saw in the previous, I only collected 58 cents, but now my payment's up to $1.14, which should be coming in September. As you can see, it's actually almost double of what my previous dividend payment is. And so what I want to see is that continues. I can double, triple, quadruple, whatever dividend payments and continue growing that amount so that I continue collecting more and more money from these companies. So as we're here, we can jump back. The last energy sector and the last stock for this video is Chevron. I own $58.26 with I have 0.65 shares. For an average share price of $89.45, trading at $88.36. And this is kind of the same factor that I have ExxonMobil. I wanted to be with both. Earned dividends, 42 cents. Okay. So we'll jump over. Ticker symbol for Chevron is CVX. Chevron Corporation. And look, this is absolutely insane of what's going on right now. So, and it kind of makes me a little timid to want to jump into this. Okay, so current dividend yield 5.8%, payout $5.16 per share annually, payout ratio 18,181.82%. I'm just completely shocked to see this number, and it makes me tempted to even sell out of this company because there's no way this company can sustain that without just drowning in the debt and trying to figure out different ways to be able to sustain that dividend. It doesn't make sense to me. So, 18,000% payout ratio is just ridiculous. And it's only got a dividend growth of 4 years, 2.49%. Paid amount, $1.29. And they paid out on June 10th. So as you saw in the other one, I only collected 42 cents, but with the math based on how much I own now, I'll collect 83.85. I'm not sure of the future of this company just because this number here. However, Chevron, you drive through almost any state and you see Chevron gas stations. You see, those trucks driving around hauling fuel for Chevron. So there's definitely potential for the future, but it's still a very dangerous situation when you're sitting this high. Okay, so I want to caution you guys, if you're thinking about buying into Chevron, definitely be cautious with that. Okay, so just based on that, looking at these, I'll probably reduce my holdings of Chevron. I won't put more money in. I might even sell out of the only, $58 I have of it. But you understand that the oil is probably not going anywhere. There's too many gas-powered vehicles on the road, let alone jets, ships, everything, pretty much everything. The world runs on oil, okay? So I know there's companies like Tesla coming out with electric cars, and there's lots of electric stuff coming around, but you got to think about the vast number of vehicles that operate just on oil and petroleum type products that are not going to be going anywhere. So that's why kind of I'm jumping into those two. But I'm definitely a lot more timid with Chevron because of that payout ratio. So anyway, that's going to wrap up this video, okay? If you want to see what's next in the portfolio and what's in the tech sector and all the other videos that I have coming up, and you definitely want to see this number grow and this number grow, then definitely subscribe to the channel. I'd encourage you to drop me a like just so we can get this out here some more and more people can see kind of what I'm doing. Just like I've said in my other videos, I really want a community here. I like talking about stocks and dividends and passive income and stuff. So I'd really like to see a lot more people on this channel and a lot more people talking about it. So drop me a comment. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know what you think about all this. And I will see you guys in the next video.